Welcome back. Today, I'll show you how to create terms of sales. I will tell you why we need them, how to set them up, and how to create different types of terms of sales in the system. We can register sales terms and conditions. For that, you can use standard or special terms of sales. The main purpose of terms of sales is to register sales conditions in the system and make sure they are met when you post documents. If you have the same sales conditions for all customers and are not going to control their fulfillment, you don't need to use terms of sales. To enable terms of sales, go to Master Data and Settings, Sales, click Wholesale, and specify what terms of sales you are going to use. You can use only standard terms of sales, only special terms of sales, both of them, or don't use terms of sales at all. Standard terms of sales can be applied either to all customers in the system or to the particular customer segments. We talked about creating customer segments in the previous video. As for special terms of sales, they are created for the particular customer. Now, let's check what terms and conditions we can specify. Let's start with standard terms of sales. Go to CRM and Marketing, Standard Terms of Sales, and click Create. Let's start with Sales Terms and Conditions. On the Sales Terms and Conditions tab, you can set up pricing. For example, I can specify the currency, the price type of these terms of sales, and even specify whether the price includes VAT or not. Here you can also specify payment terms. It's very important to specify whether you're going to use contracts with these terms of sales or not. We'll talk about contracts in more detail in the next video. If you don't use contracts, select the second option and specify the required details. The most important thing here is your accounts receivable, accounts payable item. There are three options. If you use order for debt and prepayment, all payments are registered under sales orders. If you use invoice for debt, order for prepayment, every time you receive payment from a customer, if it is an advance payment, you allocate it to the particular order, and if it is the net payment, you allocate it to a particular invoice. In case of the last option, invoice for debt, payment for prepayment, you need to allocate all payments made by customers to invoices manually. Also, you can specify the minimum order amount if it is applicable. Next, you can specify the warehouse from which goods will be shipped and time required to fulfill the order. On the Other Conditions tab, you can specify whether the terms of sales are regular. For such terms to be valid, the customer must fulfill the specified conditions. They have to purchase goods for the specified amount in the specified period. For example, to purchase goods for 10,000 Rand every 2 months. In terms of sales, we also use statuses. If you select the Not Approved status, it means you're not yet ready to use these terms of sales in documents. Once all the conditions are approved, specify the valid status. If later some conditions become outdated, set the closed status for terms of sales and create new terms. It is not recommended to change the valid terms of sales, which are already applied in the sales documents. If some conditions change, close the terms of sales and create a new document. If you create terms of sales for a limited period of time, fill the valid from and to fields. Otherwise, specify only valid from date and leave the to field cleared. As I already said, terms of sales can be applied to all counterparties in the system or to the particular segment. For example, I can specify VIP customers in the customer segment field. In this case, I can apply these terms of sales only to the customers included in the VIP customer segment. If I specify nothing in this field, terms of sales can be applied to every customer I have in the system. That's it for standard terms of sales. Let's now talk about special terms of sales. Let's go to Sales, Special Terms of Sales. Such terms of sales are absolutely identical to standard ones. The only difference is that you have to specify a particular customer they can be applied to. That's all I wanted to tell you about terms of sales today. We've covered why we need terms of sales, how to set them up, and how to create standard and special terms of sales in the system. I hope the video was useful. Bye for now.